He's being a pain today, y'all. I'm sorry. But, I lost my train of thought. If this is what a mom is gonna be like, I don't know if I want to have kids anymore. Hey guys, so I thought today would be a great day to do a video because today is World Teachers Day and my dog. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk to y'all about why I want to be a teacher, the goals that I have set up for my students and for myself. Ramble on different topics forever, but I just thought it would be a great opportunity since today is World Teachers Day. So I just will start from how I decided I wanted to be a teacher. So I didn't actually decide I wanted to become a teacher until probably the fall semester of my senior year. I was dead set on becoming a counselor, and then somebody mentioned how some counselors have to teach for 3 years in order to become like a school counselor or work with kids, and I didn't really think about, please stop licking me. He loves to lick, and I just don't understand why. But anyway, so it just kind of had me thinking about teachers, becoming a teacher, and then the more I thought about being a teacher, the more passionate I became about the idea. And it made me think about all my experiences growing up, you know, having ADD and not really fitting in because being that kid that was bullied and not being advanced enough for the gifted and talented classes, but too advanced for the normal classes. And so I was just kind of in there. I could either barely succeed in gifted and talented or be very bored in the regular classes, and it just kind of made me want to be the teacher that can give that leeway for my students. I can be, you know, I can help the student, I can, what is that word? Differentiation in my classroom with the learning styles that all the kids have. You know, reaching out to those who need a little extra help with the concepts, a little more time, and then those who can figure it out like that and then get bored and want to move on. So I want to be one of those teachers that can just reach out to all of my students' different learning styles, like every teacher aspires to have. But I'm just really hoping that I can be that teacher that kind of gets the ball rolling and try to figure out the errors in our educational system so I can observe what's happening in the classrooms, make notes, observations. I just said that basically, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. And I just kind of like, I fell in love with the idea of becoming a teacher so I can do that for these kids. And I'm still going to be counseling kids and their issues and helping them along the way. It's just going to be in a different way than I had originally thought. So I graduated with a degree in psychology. I learned a lot about how the child's mind works and how the developmental stages coincide with what we should be teaching them at what age level, whether or not they're ready with the zone of proximal development, etc., etc. So that's kind of how I learned I wanted to be a teacher, is just kind of being able to understand what is going on in our educational system and what kind of changes that I wanted to make, and then to reconnect to the kind of student that I was and needed, what I needed from my teachers and how I can be that teacher. So it kind of inspired me to be a better person, and so that way I can be the teacher that those kids need. After I graduated, I took the initiative to find some online programs because doing a program online would best suit my lifestyle since I still have to work full-time to live. And I came across a program called Texas Teachers. Just kind of decided, okay. So I did my research for some online programs and I decided on Texas Teachers. I just started like a week ago, so I'm on the second course for now. And I do my observation hours next week. I thought it would be best to do it now before standardized testing kicks in. And I'm really excited. My teacher that I've been assigned, she sounds awesome. She has been teaching there at an elementary school for 10 years in 3rd grade, which is kind of the grade that I'm wanting to do. So I'm like really excited. And I have all these questions for her about, you know, how does she decide what she wants to teach? And if there's an interruption in class, how does she figure out what to teach and what to hold back for another day? All these kind of questions about how reaching out to all students, things that I've stated already. And all I have to do is continue with my coursework online, and I can start studying for these tests that I have to take, and then once I take those tests, I can become certified in the state of Texas to actually get a full-time teaching position. It's just I'll be in an internship year, so Texas Teachers will assign me a field supervisor to have work with me, so I'll have kind of a mentor to work with me my first year, and I'll be like on probation. Shh. And get me started. And then after that, I become qualified to have a standard certificate to continue my teaching. One of the goals that I've decided to set up for my classroom is to instill confidence in my students. I want students to feel that it's okay to make mistakes, because that is a part of learning. I don't want my students to be afraid to raise their hand in case they get the answer wrong, because failure is a process of learning, is a process of becoming a better self, and I don't want my students to feel like failure is exactly what it sounds like, a fail. Because in the process of learning, you have to make mistakes and make concepts that might err, otherwise you'll never get the correct answer. And that is a good part of the process. Like, it's okay to fail. You don't have to be afraid of failure, and I don't want my students to have that kind of anxiety. I don't want my students to feel like come test day if they don't make the grade that they want on their test and they themselves have no future, because there's a lot of students that I've talked to, like my nephews, who when they make like a C on homework, they think it's the end of the world and that they're not going to be able to find a future, and they're in like 1st and 2nd grade. So that's not okay. So I just really want to instill confidence in my students so they're not afraid to raise their hand and guess the answer, and whether it's right or wrong, I want them to feel good about themselves for trying. I don't want them to have to second guess their answer choices on tests, because that's how most answers get wrong, is because you circle the right answer, second guess yourself, and then circle the wrong answer. And I want my students to feel like their best selves in my classroom. I want them to thrive. Stop! I just took him outside. He just doesn't like it when I don't give him attention. So, and he's hurting me, so that's why if you see me pushing him away, that's why, because he's like clawing my thighs. Anyway, so yeah, I really want to inspire curiosity in my students, so they can learn to continue their concepts in class at home, and they can be excited to tell their parents, like, this is what I learned in class today. So yeah, I still have a lot of learning to do on what it means to be a teacher and to see if it's really right for me. Like I said, I'm really excited for my observation hours next week, so I can truly see what happens in the life of a teacher. Just if y'all have any teachers that have reached out to y'all while you were learning and made an impact in your life, make sure to thank them. Send them an email, even if you haven't seen them in years, they'll still appreciate it. I have a teacher in high school that I still talk to whenever I was going through the whole process of graduating and wanting to become a teacher and trying to figure out what to do and stuff like that. So just make sure you tell your teachers that how much they mean to you, because they love hearing that. That's the whole why they want to teach. They want to know that they've had some kind of impact in somebody's life. So like I said, I don't have a whole lot of content for this because I'm still trying to figure out as I go, you know, is this right for me? Is this what I really want to do? I'm really excited to be doing it, so I have no doubts that this is what I'm meant to do. But it's still always good to reflect and learn about yourself and continue to look into yourself and discover who you are. So this video was all over the place with Barnaby acting the way he is. I'm so sorry, and I'm hyped up on caffeine, and I'm also getting sick, so there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. But hopefully I'll see you guys in the following week, and I'll update you on my progress. So love you guys very much, and have a great October. Bye.
Like what you see? Click on the left to subscribe to my channel, and click on the right to see more videos. I'll see you guys in the next video.